So this is very interesting to me. So he said, from Latoya Johnson, I'm sure she's a Nigerian. She's like, it's hard to find a good market for grass cutters. Okay. Most people want to buy one or two, so it's not worth the time and energy.
Yeah. Well, you may be right, but I think that if you really want to go into grass cutter on a very large scale, have your restaurant, cook them and see if they will not come and eat. You cook 200 grass cutters, and people know that when they get there, they will get grass cutter, they will come. They will come and eat it for you. So first build a restaurant where you serve grass cutter. People like buying grass cutter meat in soups and sauces that they will buy straight away and eat. There are too many people who will not buy grass cutter as a whole and take it home to feed their family. But in restaurants, the most demanded meat is grass cutter meat in our part of the world.
Come back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. If today is the first time seeing me, as usual, I'm Charles, and on this channel talk about farming and agriculture here in Ghana. From the previous videos, we've been on PM Farms with Mr. Pobee. He has taken us through, has a farm tour of his farm. I also look at how to build the best grass cutter cages here, as he has one of the good, best quality grass cutter cages here in Ghana. So at least if you not check those videos out, you can also have a look at that. He took us through how to even fix the drinkers and everything that he has here on his farm. But in this video, from the earlier video we did with him some months ago, a lot of people had a lot of questions to ask, which we didn't have answers for. So today that I visited here, I decided to ask you guys, at least to ask him the questions you asked, so at least he provides the answers to all of us in here. And before I came, I also made a post on Facebook and also on my YouTube community asking them what question would they want to know from Mr. Pobee based on the earlier video that we did. So at least I have to go through them and get them mostly answered for you guys. So Mr. Pobee, that's what this video is going to be about here.
Okay.
Sure. So if you are watching, like, comment, share and subscribe. And let's get into it. So the first one will be, let me just start with this one. People normally ask of your number. Even though I tell them the contact details can be found in the description side, they still ask, what's his contact? What's his contact? What's his contact? Can you finally give your number to them so at least they know that, okay, this is your number and how they can reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me on +233 208150393 or +233 246 143256. Yeah, these two are enough. You can reach me on any of them.
Both WhatsApp and phone? Or?
Yeah, both WhatsApp. WhatsApp on the 02 on the Vodafone number, and then phone on the MTN.
Okay, sure. So the next one will be, so someone asked that, Mr. Charles, I'm Emmanuel from Kufuridia. Please, my ground master is Mr. Dominic. When I'm about to start my grass cutter farm, yes. But please, I want to ask Mr. Pobee. I want you to ask Mr. Pobee for me that how could I increase the birth rates in my farm? Because my grass cutter always give birth to 3 catlings, but I feed them well.
Well, feeding them well, you didn't tell us what you feed them with, the type of feed you give them. If you are giving them guinea grass, elephant grass and others, it might not be enough. You need to add variety of it. You can give them some fresh cassava from time to time, sugarcane leaves. Sugarcane just once in about 2 weeks as a treat. Don't give it to them as food because of the sugar content. The sugarcane has a very high sugar content. And if the females are freshly pregnant, let's say 1-2 months, and you give them too much sugarcane, they can miscarry. And even the males, when they take too much sugarcane, they become impotent. They cannot perform. So it all depends on what you give them. If you are able to give them pellets that has moringa leaves, rice husk, and others in it, it really increases their birth rate. And cassava is very good, but don't give them too much fresh cassava. I use cassava powder to mix with their feed, and I pelletize for them. So give them a variety of feed, not one thing. The corn sticks are good, but give them a variety that will help increase their birth rate.
Okay. Thank you for that. So there's another one from Damian Kennedy. He said, I've never seen Grasscutter before. I want some for my ranch. But what is Grasscutter? Can they be pets? Like, can people use them as pets? Are they friendly enough that we can rear them as pets?
Yeah, grasscutters are not pets. Yeah, you can manage to tame them to some extent, where you touch them, but once they have the room to run away, they will not stay with you. It will be very, very difficult to bring up a grasscutter to the level of a pet. No, they can't be pets.
Okay.
They are wild animals, and then they remain as such. Okay. We try as much as possible to make them as friendly as possible so that they do not wound themselves in the cages when we are feeding them and other things. That we have succeeded in doing.
Okay, I think the easiest extent you can get to a pet is the way you were touching them and she was enjoying, the animal was enjoying it. That's the closest you can get to like petting it. Or even
you try to lift it to your chest. No, grasscutter. And their teeth is even so sharp that it's not advisable. Any mistake, if you take it as a pet in your hands, and any mistake you make and there is a bite, you will regret it. Yeah, their teeth is too sharp to use as a pet.
Okay, okay. Then the question about the sugarcane bits. So people are saying they are cane rats, some other countries. So one would think, or maybe some of the main food they consume is sugarcane.
Well, that's what they think, but it's not right.
It's not right, okay.
Yeah, it's not right. What they consume, even in the bush, when they cut the sugarcane down, is the leaves. You can give them sugarcane leaves. The leaves, they take it, the greens, they don't have a problem. But when they eat the sugarcane, the stem itself, that has a high sugar content, it affects them. Yeah. It affects them.
Too much energy. Yeah. That will bend them down.
It affects them.
Okay. So this is very interesting to me. So he said, from Latoya Johnson, I'm sure she's a Nigerian. She's like, it's hard to find a good market for grass cutters. Okay. Most people want to buy one or two, so it's not worth the time and energy.
Yeah. Well, you may be right, but I think that if you really want to go into grass cutter on a very large scale, have your restaurant. Cook them and see if they will not come and eat. You cook 200 grass cutters, and people know that when they get there, they will get grass cutter, they will come. They will come and eat it for you. So first build a restaurant where you serve grass cutter. People like buying grass cutter meat in soups and sauces that they will buy straight away and eat. There are too many people who will not buy grass cutter as a whole and take it home to feed their family. But in restaurants, the most demanded meat is grass cutter meat in our part of the world.
Yes, yes. In West Africa, we consume grass cutter a lot. So this also answers those in the comment section where like, you people eat this animal, these people eat grass cutter, they feel like it's like a rat and all that thing.
It's a delicacy here.
Yes.
They should taste it and answer us in there. And then they will be answering our questions.
Yes,
if it is eatable or not.
You know, every place or part of the world and what they eat. Others are interested in frogs. Others eat snakes.
Even cockroaches.
Yes, even cockroaches. So what is wild about even eating grass cutter? Yeah. So, you know, something like Kenya like this, when they heard people eat snails, they were surprised. They were like, snails. They feel like they are too slimy and stuff, but they don't know it's a delicacy here in West Africa that we eat snails a lot. So yes, that's the same goes for grass cutters as well. So the other one too is, please, how much is those machines and how do I place an order? So they're talking about the pellet machine, the small one that you had.
There are so many different types, and the qualities are also not the same. I have not been hired by any company to advertise for them. But if you go to Alibaba, you see a lot of them. Make your choice and then contact them. You chat with the company. It's the same thing I did, and then I took a risk. I paid for it, and the machine was shipped to me. I've done a second one, and then it was shipped to me. So trust Alibaba. I think they are very credible. Once you pay, they make sure you get your goods. Okay. Don't just take somebody's phone number, call and send money to them. Go through Alibaba, pay through Alibaba, and you are sure to get your goods.
Just to ask, when you pay, like how long did it take for it to be delivered?
It took about 2.5, almost 3 months.
Okay.
2 months. 2 months.
Okay.
2 months. Yeah.
Sure.
Up to clearance from the port
And everything.
About 2 months from my order time.
So if you want to know that, as he made mention of, he has bought a new pellet machine, a very bigger one as compared to the first one that we saw. If you've not watched my first video on this series where we did a farm tour where he took us around the farm, he showed us those machines, the old one and the new one that he has acquired as well. So you can just check them out as well. The link to the video will be somewhere up here, so you can check it out and have that information. Someone is like, I'm interested in this, but I'm in Cameroon.
Yeah, Cameroon is quite far away, and you pick the number and call. Let's figure something out. I know it's not too easy, but we can do something about it.
Okay. Yeah. So that one was for Banaglen, yes, and the other one is from Edumere also. I think she's Ghanaian. Please, how do you clean their pen? I heard in another video you must wear some clothes every day so they can recognize you. How true is that? I also got to know you can feed them with sugarcane leaves.
Yeah, the sugarcane leaves is true. I've just mentioned it.
Okay.
But cleaning their cages, you don't need to wear special clothes, but you need to protect yourself. It's feces and urine you are touching, so you need to have some hand gloves to protect yourself, and then that's it. Special clothes, I don't believe you need to wear special clothes. They recognize human faces, of course, so those who do the cleaning on a regular basis, they recognize them. When they come, they are friendly to them.
Okay. This is from Sopor Gold. Wow, nice meat. Please, I want to ask, can someone buy the children, man and female, to train? Yeah.
Yes, you can. We do brooding stock, so you just buy 1 or 2 if you want to keep them, only about 2. If you are not doing it on a large scale, you have just a cage in your backyard. Yes, you can keep 2, grow them, and then use them when they are already grown or whatever.
Okay. So this was also from John Jimo. He said, do they bite? Is there a special way of holding the grass cutters?
Yeah, it's best to hold them by the tail. People try to grab them by their ribs, but I will not recommend that. If you pick pregnant females by their ribs, you end up killing even the animal. Not only the babies, but the animal. If you know how to hold the very young ones, you hold them quite tenderly, that's okay to hold their ribs. But if you don't know how to hold them, you are afraid and you start pressing, you will end up killing them. Their internal organs are very fragile, despite their strength. The internal organs are very fragile, so you need to handle them okay. But the best way to handle them is their tail. If you pick it by the tail and it is struggling, just leave it. Or use a net catcher, it's also safe. Okay. But for biting, once they have teeth, yes, they can bite. But they do not attack people. They do not attack people to come and bite. They will only bite in self-defense. When you are chasing, you are trying to catch them and they are running helter-skelter and you are still struggling with them, yes, that one, if it gets hold of any part of your body, it will be off. Yes, it will be off.
Okay.
But they do not attack like dogs to come and no, they don't do that. They don't.
But the bites, have you experienced some before?
I have never been bitten. But I've seen people that struggling with the animals, trying to catch it, the animal will not be calm. And then when you want to catch it and then it's struggling, just leave it, be calm. Try to entice it with some fresh corn or something. When it gets corn and it is busy eating, you grab the tail and you have control of it. But don't struggle with it. Yeah.
Okay. So this from Ajiolori from, I think, Nigeria. Good day. This is well details. I do like, that's English here. I do like to know the dimensions for the wooden cages to enable me construct mine. Thanks.
Okay. As I've said, there are different dimensions. Some are, the whole cage is 8 feet by 4. Some are 9 feet by 4. Some are 7 feet by 4. Then I do the partitioning as by 1 foot 6, 1 foot 8. within that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we just shot a video on building the best cages from his farm, with the dimensions, installing drinkers and everything. So that one as well, if you've not checked it out and you want to know more about how you go about the caging system, you can check that video. Also link it with a link in here, and you can check it out and also learn from that one as well. Another question here, do you offer training?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
At a cost, of course.
Sure. And one thing I wanted to ask, so initially we also spoke about the training, that we had people who came from all the way from Liberia to come and learn. They've been here for a month now. In the farm tour video, we spoke with them. We had some conversations with them. Apparently they are leaving Monday, right?
Monday, 29 July.
Yes, so you can come here and also come for training. Okay. Someone was like, you never talked about the financial freedom part of it.
What does he mean by financial freedom?
Maybe how profitable it is.
How profitable?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what he's trying to ask.
Anything you do and do well has some financial benefits. If you do it well, your animals are littering at the highest stage and you make more animals. The breeding stock is golden now. In fact, it is so scarce and the demand is very high. So if you are breeding to sell the young ones, I bet you people will come and buy. Yeah. There's ready market for the breeding stock. Yes, the meat, as we have already spoken about it, is difficult, but that depends on your personal connection. You need to contact people who can afford it and then entice them by doing a good job, making your meat quite good. When they buy it from you, they know they've gotten good stuff. They will come again and again. So it's personal. You have to try to get your own clients, and then there's no open market in Ghana for grasscutter meat. But those who want it at all costs always find a way out.
To get it,
yes.
Yeah. And I must tell you, the demand for it has been crazy. The calls, people calling to order for the colonies has been overwhelming. So yes, there is demand for it. Not only in Ghana, from all over the world.
People come from other places, yes, Ivory Coast, especially Ivory Coast, Nigeria, Togo, to buy from here. So the demand is there.
Okay. Someone said, do you send processed grasscutter meat to UK?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope to do it someday, but I have not done that yet.
Okay. Then this from Isaiah Mankwa. Any animals put in the cage have no good meat. Free range is the best for any farm animals.
We hope so, but this is what we are doing for now.
I think you provided a more detailed explanation on this in the farm tour video that we did, where Mr. Pobee talked about comparing those in the bush and those also on in the ones that are read like domestically. So yes,
people are now using pesticides to clean their farms, weedicide to clear their farms. They don't weed any longer. And when they spray in these farms, these animals go, they are hungry, they eat from it. So it's your choice. I think when they are caged like this, we control what we give them. We know exactly what we give them. So we produce good meat as well.
Sure. The next one is, do they suck on the pipe nipples when they want to drink water? How do they know that it's water?
These animals can smell water at a very far distance. In the bush, they smell and then they chase water where it is. So when there's water in the pipes, the hoses, they smell it. And out of curiosity, they touch and the water springs out and they drink. That's what rabbits do. Rabbits are smarter than grasscutters. No. Grasscutters are very smart animals. So if the rabbits can drink from the nipples, why not? And that was what motivated me to give them the nipples. Okay. And then they drink. Okay.
Then once you're saying, won't lack of sunlight affect them?
If you check my cage, it is very open. These animals do not like cold at all. During the day in the bush, some of them even go underground. They sleep in holes. They suck rats from their holes and they sleep in holes. Some of them group on the very shady areas. So even in the bush, they do not. I mean, they stay in the dark. So lack of sunlight. They are nocturnal animals actually.
They like to be in the dark. They come out.
They are nocturnal animals. So the sunlight does not affect them at all.
Okay.
Lack of sunlight, does not affect them.
Okay. Just some few questions. So, said, are those things rats? How different are they from rats?
Well, they have been called cane rats, so I don't know how to explain. But looking at them, even their fur, they look more like porcupine than they are closer to porcupine than rats. So I do not see why we should even call them rats. They are totally different. Rats have a different way of life than grasscutters, and the meat you cannot compare to rats at all. They don't behave in the same way. They don't live in the same way. They are not rats. It's simply that somebody called them cane rats, and then we are all saying, oh, they are rats. No, but they are not rats.
Okay. Because the lady was like, in Jamaica, they heard people saying, putting rat soup and stuff. So, but he never saw some. So he's thinking grasscutters are the same as the rats that they have in Jamaica. Okay.
No rats.
I think this will be the final question. The other ones are repetitive. So someone says, do insects worry them like they do to dogs?
No. If you do not clean your cages, then you invite insects in. There are certain food you give them. If you give them fruits, you invite cages. They eat watermelon. They like the watermelon bark.
The green part.
The green part. Even the fruit itself, you give them, they will eat it. But if you give them watermelon, sugar cane, and the stuff like that, you are inviting insects into your farm. Even ants, when you give them watermelon and sugar cane, ants will come in, and that's a worry. So I don't give them those things. I give them their grasses and then the pellet. So I don't have any problem at all with insects. What I do is, after cleaning, I try to disinfect the floor. I have some disinfectant that once a while I spray on the floor to keep the place clean. That is all. I have not experienced insects as a lot of insects on the farm or on there, but no, you will not see any insect. When you catch them, there are no insects whatsoever on them.
As you said, they are neat animals too, so they hardly get dirty.
Yes.
One final one. He said 700 cedis for the price for one. Can someone tell me why it's so expensive?
I would like you to answer that question for him.
So, let me just give you a brief part of it, because he answered this in the farm tour video. So it's like, supposing for you to get like a matured grasscutter that you can see having good and tender meat, they have to be like 3 years.
2 years.
3 years, above 2 years. And even supposing you are getting even their feed is even 1 cedi a day. In a year, it's 365. In 2 years, it's almost like 750 or so. So you can just 730, yes. So if you are buying a fully matured grasscutter that you want as meat, then the 700 cedis you even have here is low, because even for 2 years, you are around 730 cedis. You get it. So imagine 3 years, 4 years, they are way above that.
That is just about feed, labor. Those who have to do the cleaning and then, go for the food. And if you want to put all this into perspective, then nobody can buy grasscutter.
See,
yeah, the farm is located at Mataheko Tema, close to Afienya, on the Michel Camp-Afienya Road. So after Michel Camp, you have the coastal estates. And just before you get to the MF's police station, there is a branch on the left. If you get to AP, the old defunct AP filling station, you just stop there, you give me a call, we will come and pick you up.
Okay. And please, when you're coming to the farm, call before you come.
Please,
don't just drive and
notify
come.
me a day, at least the night before, that tomorrow I'll be visiting your farm. Because if I'm not home and you drive around and say, come and pick me, it will be difficult. I wouldn't be home. So notify me before you set off.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, I think this will finish with our series on PM farms here on his Grasscutter farm. At least, if you've not checked the other videos, we came here, we had a farm tour of the place, an updated video based on what we came to do some months back, I think 5 months ago. So he took us around, took us through some important information you need to know about grass cutters as well. Then we looked at building the grass cutter cages. As you can see, he has some unique set of grass cutter cages that he also provide drinkers for them as well. So he just took us through the dimensions, whatever you need to know in building the cages, as well as connecting the tubes for them to be able to drink the water as well. Then we looked at the final video. So yes, if you are watching this, you can check out the previous video. Like I said, the links to the video should be clicked somewhere up there, so you can just check them out. So yeah, this will close out the video. Make sure you like this video for me, like so you to promote to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel so we'll grow together. As I always say, the goal for the year is to reach 100,000 subscribers before the year ends. So please, we are in July. July is almost ending. We have just like 4 or 5 months for the year ends. So please subscribe and let's go together. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.